Right folks, good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel and yet another off-road adventure. I'm up in Penrith area, specifically an area called Dockray, and this is Old Coach Road, which runs between the village of Dockray and as near as Dammits, on the west side going straight forward out towards Keswick. I'm not quite sure how long this is, possibly about 5 or 6 miles, something like that. Now, some of you who've followed my channel for a while might be aware that I tried this back in, I think it was either February or March this year. Well, he didn't look happy, did he? Shaking his head. Yeah, so anyway, it is a legal byway, I'll just add that in. But yeah, so I tried this in February or March of this year. I did it on the 701 and I tried it from the other end and I failed miserably. I didn't even get more than a few yards up some of the rocks that were there, because they are massive, absolutely massive. However, hopefully in the last 5 months or so I've improved a little bit, and I'm also on a different bike, a lighter bike. I'm on what I call Junior, my Husky FE350. So yeah, hopefully it'll be successful with this. It's quite busy as the car park where I've just parked, so there will be a few people walking on here, no doubt. So just be careful, keep my eyes peeled for them. Right, there's a black sheep in front of me. Is that a good omen? A bad omen? I've no idea. Where are you going, little boy? So that was a bit of a water crossing, but not a great deal, just very small. So yeah, so I've never done this before because as I said, I was unsuccessful, which is why I've decided to do it from this side instead. So hopefully from where I've parked up, before I get to the really difficult bit, I can just sort of get eased into the bike, settle down a little bit and get a feel for things. I will, as usual, put details down below in the description, specifically about where this is, what it's called, best way to get there. It'll all be there in the description if anybody is interested and fancies having a go at it themselves. There's a big military aircraft there to my right. I'm sure camera's not picking that up. Looks like some sort of transporter plane. So I've had a few rides out on this 350 in the last week or so, and I'm finding it a little bit easier in some respects than my 701, but that doesn't detract from the 701 at all. I still love that bike and I'm going to continue using it for a variety of things, including some off-road. But I've had this since April and I haven't been out on it too much, so I'm just trying to take advantage of that before the winter sets in, just so I can get used to it, get a feel for it. Howdy do. But yeah, beautiful scenery. I love these areas. Very tranquil. I'll probably stop halfway along approximately, have a bit of a breather, take in the views. But yeah, there's a chap I subscribe to on YouTube, Simon B. He's got quite a few bikes, but he seems to do a lot of off-roading on his KTM 690, which, as I said, is as near as damn it, if not identical to my 701. And he's commented on a few of my videos, as I have with his. And he made a reference when he did this video to me recently, just saying that I'd bottled it, which is perfectly true. I did bottle it earlier this year because it was just a little bit too technical for me. So he gave a bit of advice on his video that he did recently, just about keeping the momentum going on the rocks at the bottom at the far end. So that's what I'm going to try and do, have a practice at that today. I should be able to do it. I mean, I've done similar things going up Salter Fell, but it's in the mind, isn't it? Sometimes you just get very self-conscious about how daunting it looks, even though the bike's capable of doing it, and even though you're capable of doing it. Look at those mountains there. Small mountains, but still mountains. Outstanding. Oh, I had no squirmy moments yet. So I've ordered a few bits to this bike, navigational wise. I bought recently the RMS navigational clamps, but in order to fit them on this I've had to order some 12mm bar risers because I can't get the underside of the clamps under the bars between the top of the forks. So I've got those, and I've got like a amps head that will go on the back of the tablet holder. Right, so let's get through this gate. It's very kind of you, thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so I've got the amps holder which fastens onto the RMS crossbar. I bought myself a Samsung Active 3 tablet, second hand, only cost me 150 quid, and on that I've installed DMD2 software, and within that I've got the TET app, OSM and Ordnance Survey Maps, which is on like a subscription, 28 quid for the year, which I think was good value for money. So yeah, the actual brackets, the housing for the tablets, that should be coming either today or tomorrow. I've ordered one. I looked at the RAM ones, but in the end, in fact I looked at the Adventure Spec ones as well, but in the end I went for one which is made by a company called Brodit. I think they're in Worcester. And the reason why I like that one is that as standard it comes lockable. It's not a powered mount, I think it's what they call a passive mount, but yeah, it's lockable, albeit a bit flimsy, but better than nothing. And it's also rotational, so you can alternate between landscape and portrait mode depending on what type of riding you're doing. So hopefully I shall get all that fitted onto the bike by the end of the week. I'm waiting for the risers to come into my local Husky KTM dealership, which is Craig's over at Dewsbury. A little shelter there for the sheep. Which they seem to be taking advantage of. I don't know why. It's quite bright today, it's sunny. 19-20 degrees. That's one of the reasons why I've come up here today. I thought if I'm going to do this, I might as well do it when it's dry. I don't know if that's Keswick down there or some other little town or village. I have a feeling it may well be Keswick because I'm heading in that general direction. Right, is this the difficult bits with all this loose rock and gravel? It could well be. So I've dropped it down into second, keep my weight back, and stop the bike from running away with me, which I don't want. There's not much engine braking on these bikes, but there is a little bit. No, this isn't the dodgy bit. And another gate. Alright, so I'll just get through here and then back to you. Right, another gate navigated. So I'm not sure whether I've mentioned it before, but I'm running tubeless in this bike rather than the Mooses. And I've got the tubeless system inflated to 110. I think they recommend anywhere between 100 to 120. And then the actual tyre itself, which are tubeless tyres, I've got that inflated to 15. I mean, realistically I could go a lot lower with that. But I just thought, I think that's what the manufacturers recommend in the handbook for the Husky, and I thought I'll try it at that to start with, and then depending on what sort of terrain I'm riding on, whether it's stuff like this or mud, I can always tweak it a little bit. Right, let's see if I can carefully pick my way down here. So yeah, this is the dodgy bit that I struggled with on the 701. I meant to check last night which tyres I had on the 701, to be fair, when I tried this, whether it was the TKC 80s or the trackers. Didn't pick a very good line there, but managed to get away with it. Let's just go down here. In fact, no. Grow some balls, Stephen. So yeah, it is a bit harder coming down than going up. But so far so good. So I've got my weights a long way back. Oh, might just have a breather here. See if I can find neutral. Can't, no. Right, so I've done that little bit. So this bit won't be too bad, I don't think. But then the big test is, can I get up? Right. Try again. Second gear. So I'm stood up, weight back, look ahead. That's giving way a bit there, isn't it? Okay, well I got down okay, and I'd say that, to be fair, that was quite easy. Certainly easier than I thought it could be. Thank you very much. That was a bit dodgy coming down there. Thank you. So this bit just takes you down onto, I think it's a B road that runs parallel to the main road going into Keswick. So I'm not going to go all the way down to the main road, there's no point, but I'll just come down here a little bit. I've got my hydro pack with me for a bit of fluid, so I'm going to have a drink and then have another go doing it backwards, back towards the starting point, the car park. This bit's longer than I thought it was. Right, so I think, yeah, that's the main road there, as you can see it, just where that car is with the roof box on. So I'm going to turn around here. and time for a drink before I go back. Right, suitably refreshed, let's have a go, see if I can get up here. So even this bit, I managed this on the 701 this year rather. This bit's not too bad, but it's a good test, or a bit of a taster for what's coming up ahead. Well, like I said, I would like to think anyway, yeah, that I've improved a reasonable amount in the last 4 or 5 months since I attempted this, and I feel as if I've improved, a bit more confident, but I'm still a bit anxious about doing this. But sometimes you've just got to put yourself outside your comfort zone and have a go, which is why I'm here today. Right, here we go. Let me know what you think, Simon. So I'm not going to do any massive speed attempts. I'm just going to be careful. I'm in second gear. Just going to pick my line. Nearly stalled it. So far so good. Nearly. Right, well, that wasn't too bad so far. I'll just have a bit of a breather. Hard work. Might just let these guys, these walkers, just get around that bend so I don't impact on them. Oh, good. Right, my heart's racing. Let's have another go. Missed gear. Well, if there was a prize for the driest mouth, I think I would win it. However, I've done it. So I'm very pleased with myself there. So is that a combination of my improvement, the bike, the tyres, or what, or a bit of everything? Difficult to say, isn't it really? But either way, I'm out of breath, my mouth's very dry, but I've done it. So providing I don't fall off now, that will have been a successful day. So I know I've just videoed this coming over, but I might as well video it on the way back to the car park, because obviously trails are different, aren't they, in both directions to a degree. Yeah, that bit there is that I've just done coming up, in my opinion, harder than the rocky bit going up Salter Fell. Whew. Very exhilarating. Oh, we've got a gate here. Didn't see that. I was just about to give it a blast up that hill. Forgot about the gate. Alright, back with you in a tick. Yeah, a couple of false neutrals, simply because I'm not getting my toe under the gear lever sufficiently. When I get to the summit up here, I'll stop and have another drink. So I might be doing Salter Fell tomorrow. Oh, my ears have just popped going up there. Yes, I might be doing Salter Fell tomorrow if my back's up to it. One of my subscribers, Mike, he's contacted me. He's got a Honda CRF 300. Met him down at the ABR this year, and he's got a trailer. He's going to trailer his bike over to Sladeburn. How do you do? Yeah, I think he's going to trailer his bike over to Sladeburn, that's the plan. He's never done Salter Fell before, but I think we're going to give it a go. It'll be the first time for me attempting it on this, but I've done it a few times on the 701. Alright, let's just see. I'll just go around this corner, I think, and then I'll park up, have another drink. This looks as good a place as any. Breathtaking views, absolutely fantastic. So I've no idea what these mountains are. I'm sure somebody will. You can leave a comment down below if you know and you want to advise others. Let's give you a quick pan round. Superb. And then behind me here, well, not behind me now obviously because I've turned round, but it was behind me. Yeah, loads of hills. So yeah, I think I mentioned on the first time I used this, I was just going to give you a quick look at the bike. I did do an introduction video a few months ago just to show you it, but yeah, basically standard, a little bit of swing arm protection, engine protection, AXP bash plate on, standard height. I purposely didn't want to mess with that because obviously I'm going to use it for off-roading, so I wanted maximum ground clearance. It's a compromise, isn't it? Obviously you've got less ability to put your feet down in certain situations, but on the whole I've had no issues yet. I've come close a couple of times just sort of teetering, but never dropped it. What else? Handguards. That is, bloody hell, tripping up. Did you enjoy your trip, Stephen? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so that's it basically, and apart from the Samsung tablet which I mentioned, which I'm going to put on, but I don't know whether you can see here, but between the underside of the bars and the top of the forks, there isn't enough room there to get the RMS clamp in, the half moon clamp. So I'm replacing, rather than putting sort of bar risers in, I'm putting in a complete new bottom bar section, genuine Husky part, it's coming from Austria, and it is 12mm, sorry, not 12mm, it's anyway, it's taller than this one. I can't remember what the exact measurement is, but it'll give me an extra 12mm clearance there, which will be no problems. I'll be able to get that in. And I will then look at some ways of putting a power point in. I don't know whether there's any sort of cabling within the headlights area that you can splice into to give you a sort of an ignition feed. I don't really want to be traipsing in cables all the way down the bike to the battery and faffing around down there. If I can go into something in the headlight area or that general area, that'll be a lot cleaner install. If anybody knows how to do that on a Husky FE350, please let me know, I'll be very grateful. Right, I'm going to have a quick drink and then crack on with the rest of this back to the car park. Back to you in a tick. Right, time to crack on again. So I've just had a well-needed drink there. I can feel the roof of my mouth now. That's a hell of a rut there, isn't it? You don't want to be going down that. Don't you remember seeing that coming over? I must have been in a trance. Probably was. I wonder if this kind soul's going to open the gate again for me. Oh, he might do. He stood there. That was good fun. Thank you very much. Very courteous. We've got a nice steep hill here. Easy. Very exhausting, but fantastic fun. Alright, so I'm just keeping an eye on my battery on the GoPro. It's getting a bit low, it's turned to amber. I've got plenty of spare batteries with me, so there'll be no dramas. If it runs out, I'll just change batteries over. And at least you can see here this trail in its entirety, in both directions. Thank you. Yeah, I think the only modification I might make to this bike in regards to its controls, rear foot brake pedal, especially when you're going downhill, if you want to just sort of use it in conjunction with your front and just lightly dab it, I'm feeling that I'm just having to tilt my toe a little bit further forward than is comfortable, so I might just lift it so that it's virtually level with the peg, and then that way it'll just need ever so slight amount of pressure applying to it in order for it to be functional or of any benefit. I have a feeling it might be trying to rain. Well, rain definitely wasn't forecast. But anyway, nearly at the end, so I'm not too fussed. just let this farmer put his sheep away. Oh, whoops, stalled after all that. Yeah, I can get past there, no problems. Just a normal day in the office for you guys? No, weather-wise it's grand, yeah. Right, well I shall leave you in peace. Alright, take care, have a good day. He had a very strong Geordie accent. Or Northumberland accent. Very tough life being a farmer. That was a bit skittish. Oh, back at the car park. Right folks, well I hope you've enjoyed that. So that is Old Coach Road. I'll put the details in the description down below, give you a few route names, roads etc, how to get up here, but it's simple to find. Just put Dockray, D-O-C-K-R-A-Y into your sat nav and it'll get you here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a comment down below, let me know how you think I got on. Give us a thumbs up if you like it, give us a thumbs down if you didn't like it, and if you've just come across my channel and you like this sort of stuff that I'm doing, I am a beginner but I'm trying to push myself and get a bit out of my comfort zone. So if you like the sort of stuff I'm doing, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Right folks, that's it for today. Hopefully I shall be back, all being well, next Friday. Take care everybody, stay safe, bye bye for now.